Shalom, 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 angelics and Gentiles. So I remembered that I told you guys that there were songs that they had in their churches that they've been, or in their orders or organizations or behind closed doors or in the woods or wherever the hell they go, that they have been singing. And, while they had us in those harlot houses singing to the Zeus, that's not who they were singing to. Okay? So if you're stuck out there in Christian insanity and all this nonsense thinking that you got it and you know it all, you are so far from the truth that it is not even funny because you know nothing. So let's take a quick look at their songs or their songs, okay? So let's get it, fam. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, fair use is invoked for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute when an otherwise infringement may occur. Usage is for nonprofit educational purposes tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. So we know that back in the day, the Gentiles gave us, the King James Version of the Bible, and so even today, a lot of our people, it doesn't, they're so deluded that they don't get the fact that this book that they have so much faith in has been changed in uh, there are 100 different versions of this King James Bible. There's the first Bible, I think it was a Geneva Bible. But these people, they are so out there. They can't even put together a question in their mind to ask themselves if this book was so on point, if it was the whole written word, why have they changed it so many times? Who has the authority? Even though in that book it says that, that the laws and times were changed, you boggles my mind. But there are people that are only caught up in the King James Version. And a lot of that is because there are so many scriptures out there that tells them, that in order for them to get, if you get in the Bible about um, astrology, seances, zodiacs, witchcraft, wizards, fortune, it's all evil. Okay? So Leviticus 19:31, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord, your God. Deuteronomy 18:10. Now the Cathars didn't even believe in the Old Testament, okay? And there's good reason. And I've heard lately several people say that it was completely tainted, but we have a lot of our people that only go by the Old Testament. Deuteronomy 18:10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. This is what all of these, the Salem witch hunt, and all of these things, inquisitions, that the churches, these are the churches that committed these horrific deeds. These are churches. They committed these horrific deeds in the name to bring Zeus, I give you Zeus. Oh my God. The insanity is complete insanity. Galatians 5:20. Idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies. 2 Kings 21:6. And he made his son pass through the fire and observed times and used enchantments and dealt with familiar spirits and wizards. He wrought much wickedness in the sight of the Lord. What Lord are they talking about? To provoke him to anger. Deuteronomy 18:9-12. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There were no such things as nations. Leviticus 20:6. And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits and after wizards to go a whoring after them. I would even set my face against that soul and would cut him off from among his people. Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. I mean, there are just tons and tons and tons of scripts about this witchcraft and these witches. The witches, they were women. They were women. Acts 16:16, and it came to pass as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. These were women. These witches were women. Okay? And so, in order to destroy power, so that the patriarch could take control, they destroyed the women, the Inquisition. All of this is what these inquisitions were about. We're going to get more into it because there's more that these people have been hiding in the name of their inquisitions. So I just wanted, this isn't what this video is about, but I just wanted to open with this. And this is the reason that I said viewer discretion is advised, because a lot of our people, they're still caught up in these churches. They don't want to know the truth because they want to straddle the fence. But from what I understand, you can't straddle the fence. But maybe you can. It's not up to me to say. Now, this book that's on the screen, Law of Life Songs, the Law of Life Songs, a lot of you are still in those churches. I haven't been in church in years. So this book should be in your church. There are 300 songs in this book. And I'm not just telling you this, I put it in here. I'm going to go through the titles of some of these songs, but that's about it, because I want you guys to see what they've been doing while they had us in church singing about Zeus. You guys need to see what they've been doing while we were in church singing about Zeus. So now you tell me this. They gave us Zeus while they were singing about all this stuff. What? Because they were trying to save our souls? Is that what they were doing? They were setting us apart, right? And they were trying to save our souls because we were in those churches. People are still in those churches. There are bodies buried under those churches that these people are sucking the energy of. These people have seances, do all type of rituals and stuff at night underground in these churches. You walk in these churches, you don't know what they've sprayed in the pews. You don't know what they put in the carpet. You have no clue what's going on when you're not there, because it's not your church and you don't live there. The church, our church, is our temple, our body. But you're going up in these buildings that they have consecrated. You can say whatever you want to say. You can wear whatever you want to wear, put around your neck, and believe whatever the hell you want to believe. But these people are performing rituals and all type of stuff. Let me tell you something. Let me help you understand something about the truth. The truth is We were not reading for 300 years. Then when we started reading, we were still behind. These people have perfected their craft while we were in ignorance. Okay? That's the truth. You can, your arrogance, your ego, or whatever the hell you want to call it, you can go up in these places thinking that you got it all and you can defeat it. You don't know what they're doing. They're having blood sacrifices, all types of rituals. They're using the bones from our ancestors. They're still chopping off body parts of our people and using it in these rituals in these churches. You don't have a clue. You are clueless what they're doing. But if you think you got it like that and you know so much and you can win, you can beat them at their own game, go ahead because you can. So the preface in this book, I'm not going to read it at all, but I put it up here so if you guys wanted to read it, you could. These songs of adoration, one or more to each, are various divine beings, ascended masters, cosmic beings, the angelic host, elementals, foci of light, retreats, rays, flames, qualities, and activities of the sacred fire. All the things, all the scripts that King James put in that book to say, don't do this, don't do that, it's wicked. They were protecting us, right? Tell me that they were protecting us. Tell me that. The content of the lyrics is instructive, educational, bearing out points that are not even in the books. And it's true. It's true. We endeavored here to provide lyrics so as to give recognition to all the various beings. See, what you don't understand is that these beings from the 83, there are more than 100 worlds. These beings have come here and they are in factions and they're all here. There are a faction of them that are here to keep this, to keep Earth at a low frequency. They've all been working together. You can think whatever the hell you want to think. It's the truth. I don't care whether you believe me or not. It is what it is. The earth has been in a low frequency because of all the wickedness that have been going on behind closed doors. They're still lynching our people. They're still taking the body parts. They're still taking the organs. They're still taking the melanin from the skin. They're still taking the pineal glands, controlling it, keeping it down. All of these things, they're still going on. Things are changing, yes, but because they're waiting for us to, go back to sleep and to stay in our ignorance. Because some of our people just want to be ignorant because they want to be ignorant, because they think they got it all under control and they know it all. You don't know anything. I don't know anything. The more I learn, the more I realize I know absolutely nothing. The objective here in using other songs is to make them available as well as preserve them. Make them available to who? They damn sure didn't make them available to us, since they are good and were inspired by the masters. What damn masters? The master Hilarion is responsible for many or most of the lyrics anonymously used here. Who's heard of him? Is he in those church pews? Is he in the songs in those church books? Are they preaching about him? Huh? They were written during the Ascended Masters' endeavor in the 1950s. Imagine that. Some were revised and added to fit available melodies as original music is not available. Wonder why not? There is spiritual therapeutic value in music to bless the individual and his sphere of influence through the songs and music which invoke the I am presence. Oh boy, oh boy. The blessing, presence, rays, and radiation of the ascended masters and divine beings, one can avail himself of the blessing of this already harmoniously qualified energy to enrich his own consciousness and the atmosphere around him. Say who to what? What? I'm not in the churches. I haven't been for years. But I do know that this wasn't none of this was in it. There were no songs about elementals. There were no songs about the rays. There were no songs about divine beings. Nothing about the I am presence. I even know, the mighty one said to tell them I am that I am. So what is this about? This is about them doing crap in those churches that you know nothing about. The right hand does not know what the left hand is doing because what is presented to you in those churches is an illusion. It's a complete illusion. But you know what? You got it under control. You know it all. You know everything that's happening. You know, you got this licked. You're not ignorant, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Our people have to learn the hard way. We're supposed to have a set apart spirit come out of her, my people. Come out. What do I know? I know nothing. So let's look at the first song, Beautiful Presence. This is song number 1, right? So in here, my lovely magic presence I am. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My lovely magic presence I am. Surround me with your protecting light and blaze through me your violet ray. Because the violet ray is the ray that's on earth right now. It's what's causing a lot of damage. So they wanted to be able to control this ray because now these books were written, this book or the songs were written in 1950s. So they've known about this for a long time. So they're singing about the violet ray, flame, release your power and make all things right. And that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. They're getting exactly what they asked for. But see, they thought they could control it. Yeah, they thought they had this control under control. So you can go through it yourself. I'm not going to, read it all. I put the songs in here because I wanted you guys to see for yourselves. Don't take my word or nobody's word. This book is hard to come by. I found it when I was doing some research and I was very surprised. I didn't know what was in it, but I ordered it because I wanted to know. To each one the true way in the light show. By your light, let me yourself now see. Through me expresses all of your perfection. Expand the threefold flame. We're going to talk about the threefold flame. All of this is about the ascension. All of this is about what's happening on earth right now. Now, I put this one in here near I am to thee. I don't know. I don't know, but it seems kind of familiar to something that was in my church when I was growing up. And I think it was near I am, my God, to thee, or something like that. But it didn't go. No, 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 no. These aren't the words. Near I am to thee, thy light I see, draw me by love divine thyself to be, possess my mind and soul, make thou my body's whole, help me attain my goal, I am in thee. No, 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 that's not. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was kind of blown away when I saw this one. I just, I come thy presence now, love's victory won, thy crown upon my brow, my long journey done, now free from every stain. Help me make all things right, by glorious victory might ascend me to thee. Okay, okay. By use of freedom's flame, grateful to Saint Germaine, I ascend to thee. Who's Saint Germain? I mean, I read about him. I know who he is now, but come on now. Did we hear about him in church? You guys that are in those churches, you got to help me with this because I don't remember any of this. I need to know that you have this book in your church and you're singing. Woo! You got all these lyrics and you're singing this down. Now you're whipping it up. So let's look at deep in my heart. Deep in my heart, I am. There burns a threefold flame, gift from any presence, giving life in its name, wisdom and power. Deep in their hearts, I am all who love Saint Germain. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm just I was so blown away when I start going through this book. The songs in here just they freaked me out. Calling forth violet flame, these love these love you dearly. Radiant ascended free masters and Elohim. Okay. Let's look at page 252, ray of light, cosmic being. When I started studying about the rays, I didn't know any of this. I didn't have this book. This book came 2 years after I had been studying about the rays. And I was a little dumbfounded. I, when you go through this awakening and you learn all of these things and you have gone through so much pain and trauma with this awakening, because I did. I went through a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of tears. I did. And you get to a point where you think there is nothing else, that's going to throw you off your feet. You really do. But I can tell you that there's always going to be something because there's so many lies. There's so much wickedness that you're not it's damn near impossible for one person to uncover all of the wickedness and deception that has been done. It's virtually impossible. Bless ray, O light, to you our love, for coming here from heights above. With your great flame of fearlessness, now take command, our worlds possess. Bless ray, O light, your flame of love, pour forth wherever we do move. Thank you for making things so plain, for coming to help Saint Germain. Oh boy, oh boy. Dear ray, O light, through flame of love, from us all doubts and fear remove. Eliminate all selfishness with your great flame of fearlessness. Blessed ray of light, we do thank you for your flame of gold, pink, and blue. That's a threefold flame. Make us fearless like you become and return to our divine home. So this threefold flame they're talking about is the key Riche. Okay. It is in dimensions 13, 14, and 15. And it's been here on the earth for about 2 years. This is what they're singing to. Okay. Because they knew it was coming. Way back then, they knew. Boy, oh boy. And our people think that we know something. The joke's on us. Here's something you don't see every day: Goddess of Light. Man, man, Goddess of Light, we thank you for your assistance through your power and radiance, removing from earth discarnates and handling destructive forces and hates. Ever up, up, attention, ever up to the light. There's more, I just in print both pages. All black magicians were taken too. Their bad work they can no more do. This had to come to redeem earth, and it will hasten for all a new birth. Wonder who they were talking about. For all we call for forgiveness, illuminate, illumine, raise each consciousness, release your power more and more in actions of light never known before. Here's one. Which verse is this? One, two. May this be a lesson for all when one feels too sure he may fall and must learn in ways that are hard. Wow. Therefore, one must constantly be on guard. Got a point. Till one his ascension attains as you in the Andes mountains. Bless, focus the shrine of glory where you did healing till your victory. Who'd have thunk it? Now this one I put in here, the great Arcturus, is because there is an Arcturian that comes on, I've seen on TikTok, and she was saying, that she hadn't heard anything from the ancestors in a while, they stopped talking and blah, blah, blah. But I realized that that's because there are factions of each group of these beings on this earth, and they've been working to keep the earth at a low vibration. They've been helping behind the scenes to keep the earth at this extremely low vibration, because as long as it was at the vibration, they were in control. There's something huge that's going to happen when the vibration rises to the point where it's supposed to be, and they've been trying to keep it from happening. Okay? They've been trying to ensure that the divine feminine energy is no more. That's what they see. I told you guys in the other video that they've made this whole thing about race, about black and white. That's why they did these checkerboard floors and all of this whole thing. It was a program, and they've used it, this racism, racial thing. They've used that because to hide the big picture. And the big picture was to keep the divine feminine energy from again coming up upon the earth. That's what all of the distractions have been about, which is the reason they started this women's right movement crap. Because That was going to be the feminine energy right there, even though it didn't have anything to do with us. In the long run, it was again about trying to keep the divine feminine energy from rising. They've been using the feminine energy the whole time. They have. This is where the Black Madonna came in. Okay, they've always been using it. We just didn't know what it meant. So the Arcturian was trying to, get some understanding, said she didn't understand why they stopped communicating. And this is the reason I put this one in. Great Arcturus, God of splendid, Aloha, of violet, of the violet fire. Anchor now thy victory through us to be like thee we aspire. Violet fire of God's perfection, dear Arcturus now controls. Cosmic flame of resurrection, and its heart our earth it holds. Because the different planes, or what they call planets, they put out the colors all have a frequency, a vibration. Some of them have been working together to put this vibration to on the earth to keep it low. Again, just to keep the vibration low. So they've been using the rays to go through the Cathara the centers, to keep the divine feminine energy from rising. They've been using the 36912, but the men can't get to the 12 because it's blocked off to them, because the divine feminine energy is blocked off. So our men who have the divine spiritual energy within them, they can't ascend further because the divine feminine energy on the earth is being kept down. Okay, which is the reason that we are where we are now, and they're still fighting. The beloved brother Big Judah did a video a while back, about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, talking about how um, the Most High has been fighting on our behalf, all this time, trying to put things in place. And I believe that's true, but they have had all of these things to keep the energy from coming on board. Okay. So this is what's been happening. Now, this last page here, the 9 rays to earth, this is what I've been studying. This is what was given to me after I was given the Zohar, and it switched from Zohar to Zorah, because these are the books that our people had. The tribe that calls themselves the Yahudins. And there's more to that whole thing, and I'm going to do a video about that as well, okay? But I want you to go down here where it says 7, the 6th ray is mercy, forgiveness, grace, devotion, ministration, that of peace. It gives worship and healing to the race. Its action sustains and all good increase. It supplies spiritual vitality, does reestablish in harmony hold. It expands service, sustains tranquility. The color is ruby, deep pink, or gold. These, again, they're talking about the threefold flame. And so it says, Aloha of peace and blessed Pacifica, Archangel Uriel and Donna Grace. Nada as Kohan. Kohan means Lord. Help guard America. See, help guard America. Okay, because they knew what was coming. Okay, and enfold all in your love, peace, and grace. The 7th ray is the ray of freedom. So they know what the violet ray is. The violet ray is the ray of freedom. It's that set apart ray. It's what's happening. It's the reason that people are no more and are falling, okay? Because of the energy can't be sustained at the lowest frequency, because this ray is at a much higher frequency. So in fact, it's that the crown. Is it the crown one or the the pineal gland. I can't remember right now. We'll go through it again, okay? It's in some of the other videos. The ceremonial ray will become the ceremonial will become again the action in all life ways. And so that ceremonial ray, I discussed that in another vid. That is the one, two, three. I think that is the fourth ray that comes from the divine feminine, which is the third ray. So, and this is what's being kept blocked with the Cathar grid on that 4710. Okay, and I'm going to go into that again as well. So the ceremonial ray will become again the action in all of life's way. Violet violet ray flame of this ray at once called energy will change through transmutation. Right, because the violet ray is a ray of transmutation. This divine alchemy, huh? Okay. What? What the hell is this doing in this book? Huh? This divine alchemy will redeem. Oh, how is it that alchemy is gonna come on now? Come on. Now I'm reading this because I wanted to show you guys what has actually been happening in these churches behind our back in the fields. They're trying to do exactly what the Celts and the Druids did by going in the fields because they didn't have churches. But this is what they're doing. What is going on? Come on now. Somebody has an answer and you guys are going to tell me, right? But its main action is invocation. Arcturus, Diana. Doesn't get any better. The Elohim, archangels, can't even say the name, Zechariah, and amethyst deer, Kohan, Saint Germaine. We all do bless him. We call, make all again like heaven here. Make it all again. Make America great again. Okay. You just don't know. This is funny to me because I've been in a coma, okay? I was asleep. I didn't know anything. I was thinking last night, I didn't even know anything about the Jewish until I started waking up in 2017. And I didn't learn about them until I had the dream about the Zohar, the book of the Zohar. And the letters change in place. I didn't even know anything about them. But this is just funny to me because it's like these people all this time. Number 9, we do give thanks for the two secret rays which mighty cosmos did bring to the earth. I'm done. I'm just done because this is crazy to me. This is absolutely nuts to me. Why? I'm done. So the very last song, number 300, is about perfection. And I put this in because I told you guys there were 300 songs in here, and I wanted to show you that there are. There are 300. And the last one happened to be about perfection. We're going to cover that again. I covered it before when I spoke about the Cathars because they call themselves, or people say that they call themselves the perfect. And this is what this is about. Perfection. The end of all human action at last has come. Since on earth it began, now perfection become the way of life on earth, commands the cosmic light, all come in to new birth. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it seem as though, all of these wicked things that they're done, that now all is forgotten. No, it's not. You can't come into perfection that way. You've not, first of all, you've not even admitted your wickedness. You're still trying to lie and hide the truth and keep the earth at a low vibration so that you can keep it low and you can make America great again. Oh my gosh. These people are unreal, unreal. All of the lies of wickedness, deception, the murder, inquisitions, the trauma, all of these things, the fear, all of these things, the homelessness they've caused, they've done to our people. And now you just want to throw it all away and act as though it never happened. And because you're what? You perfected yourself. You perfected the lie. That's the only perfect thing that you perfect. That's it. Much love to the divine feminine, the Mashiach, and the I am that I am. Blissfulness and joy to you, angelics. Shalom, 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 Gentiles.